You're a cat stealer.
She's a dad stealer. She's definitely a little cuddle bunny. Cuddle kitty. Gotta fill up the generator. This is like an everyday chore. It's fun though. Thanks, Paper Lady. Check these out. Dang right. Got our own gas storage. Looks like another rainy day. Dreary, a little bit foggy, and the birds seem to be making the best of it because they seem very happy this morning, which is awesome. That makes me happy. So I'm gonna still try to be motivated, even though it's kind of one of them days. Keep myself entertained. Yes, sir. Keep the fire warm at least. And I think we're gonna play with the little DeWalt chainsaw because we need us some rafters. The last video I was chopping wood in with the axe. A lot of people were asking about the wood splitter, and we still have the wood splitter. It still works. It's under a tarp, and I just love chopping wood with an axe. It's kind of a hobby of mine. Hence, kind of how I'm living. It's kind of a hobby of mine to chop. Get that exercise. I feel like I go to the gym after using this thing. I feel like I just bench pressed 180 pounds. It's kind of therapeutic too. I love chopping wood. It's kind of an art, and you get better at it. You get good at it. You get them skills. Get this fire warm so I can get motivated, and I guess I'm gonna sharpen this little DeWalt 20 volt little chainsaw because I'm feeling peaceful today. You know, it's just one of them days. I'm gonna use the quiet chainsaw and try to get me some rafters. I might even cook something or something. I don't know what the plan is. I hadn't even thought about food yet. And Holly and I haven't communicated about food yet, so I'm gonna have to do that. See what she's doing as far as some food. Oh, and I need to fix our extension cord and put new ends on them. At least one of them is burned up. But anyway, we're getting warmed up. Get this thing going. Get them hot coals hot again. A little fire blower. I think this is one of the best little fire tools I've ever had, and it's a toy. That's getting a little better. Heat it up. I had to hang me another bird feeder over here. Just filled that thing up. So it's right by my window right here. It's pretty cool. So now we got that one, and that one out there. Happy birds. I tell you, these have been the best bird feeders. I think I've had them for about 8 years. I think I used to have like 3 or 4 of them. I remember one, the glass or plastic broke out of it or something like that. But just lift the top to fill it. They seem great. Very durable. I think we got these at Tractor Supply. This one's a little different and a little dirty. Kind of needs to be cleaned. but birds will fix it up. This one's a little different. It's got a bigger window. Dang right. So now when I'm sitting by the fire here, got a bird feeder that way, and one right here. Now we need to get this thing sharpened up. Probably need to crank up the air compressor and blow this thing out too. Looks like it's time for a good little cleaning also. Oil it up. And of course, we're gonna put an edge on this chain, which should take like less than 10 minutes. Doesn't have many teeth. Get this thing ripping. We got the Galaxy 333,666. All you have to do is sell your soul, and you could live in this thing. This is heaven. Made in China. Just kidding. It's actually some new plugs. How about that? And not only do we have the Galaxy 333, we got an old fried cord. Look at that. That thing is fried, boy. You can see through it. Look at that. Can't see through the other ones. But dang, look at that one. That's bad. And then this one don't even have a ground on it anymore. Thing is gone. But this is a 100-foot cord. Very nice cord. I actually found this years ago in, I think, the Northern Tool dumpster. No, Harbor Freight, actually. Matter of fact, Harbor Freight dumpster. This was in the dumpster. Somebody returned it. The only thing wrong was that ground prong was missing. I've never really had a problem with it until now that it's starting to burn up. The ends are shot. So, I don't know if you can hear it. A little bit of rain going on. Rain came again. And I don't care. I'll use the rain as an excuse as much as possible to not do anything but little stuff. Fixing cords. That hurts your feelings. And sharpening chainsaws and stuff. I'm still happy. I got my fire going. Fire's hot. Alright. I could actually take my hoodie off. It's warm. It is not cold right now either outside. It was earlier. Not anymore. Alright, we got our ends chopped off. starting new. Now we gotta cut this wire protector off of here. So we're just gonna take a layer off. I don't know how long. How long do I go? About, I guess I'm gonna go like about 1 inch. There we go. Do that to both sides. Throw it in the fire, why not? Do it about the same. Dang right. Now we got 3 matching wires on each side. That's the most important thing of this whole job here. The most important thing is to make both of these match when you hook these up. I know these colors are, one's supposed to be ground, hot, neutral, whatever. If you're only replacing one end, you have to hook it up exactly correctly to where that other end is still wired the same as this one. The awesome easy thing about replacing both of them is you just match the things on here, the prongs and the colors. You have 3 different colors just like you do wires. But if you're like me and you might get a little confused with that, just replace both of them, make sure they're the same, you're good. Dang right. All right, so now take these casings off. This is actually pretty simple, it's just time consuming. All right, so we're just gonna unscrew these like this yonder, or this here, this right here. Doing it just like this right here. Dropping parts. All right, usually them screws are hugged in more tight than that and they don't just fall out like that. And this clip just kind of fell out. Some kind of locking mechanism that just locks back in there, right? What the heck? Yeah. Slides right back in there and then locks down the cord. Alright, so usually they don't fall apart like that. I was expecting this to unfold. And it didn't. So these are super nice though. Nice little, that's how that part goes in there that slid out here. These 2 pieces. I ordered these off of Amazon. So if you need a new, safer extension cord in, this really isn't that hard to do. It's just, a little detail, and you want to just make sure you have the wires in there good and tight, and you want to make sure you pull on them a little bit, make sure they're not loose or coming out for sure. You're messing with electricity here, which can be a bit of a fire hazard. So we're gonna unscrew this one. Two screws and 2 locking pieces. Oh, okay, that one goes in sideways. All right, got them. So now we're gonna wire both of these up at the same time. Make sure we have the wires in the same spot. So as you can see, you got your ground thing that's sticking out. Then you got your ground hole on the bottom, right? So when you flip it over, you want to make sure the same wire on both ends are in those 2 inside holes there to those. You know what I mean? That's why it's good to have it plugged in like this, then you can see exactly where they go. So you know that one is here, that one is here, and when you flip it, say this one and this one, there.
Dad, we need our toothpaste.
The hoodie had to go. As a matter of fact, Elion came over here and had a few questions. Alright, so now we need to take some of this wire off here. Guessing about like that much, about halfway. About like that, about halfway. We're gonna cut that wire there. We're not gonna cut it. We're gonna take some of this insulation off of it, whatever you want to call this coating. And you can use wire cutters. I like to use a knife like that. Usually it just comes right off. No problem. Just like that. Oh, I kind of cut into that wire a little. I think I got to start over there. I kind of cut deep into that wire. I cut deep into those two. Dang it. This is a new, really sharp knife. So I cut a little deeper than I was planning there. So I kind of messed that up. See that? So if I trim it up here, if you trim this one up here to fit in there, and then you got that cut there down at the bottom like that, that's gonna be bad. So I just gotta cut those and start over, because you do not want those spliced down here like that. So we're gonna cut them off, start over again, because that's a little dangerous. You don't want that open in there. So this time we just got to be a little more careful when we cut into this cover here. We don't want to cut into the wires, so we got to be a little easier. I was a little rough. See, there we go. See, there we go. See, still a cut. Dang. All right, I got to do that different. All right, instead of just cutting around it like that, we do not want that. So we're gonna cut down like this. Cut down like that a little bit on the side, and then open it and cut it off. Then we're not cutting the edge of our wires like that. So there we go. So we're gonna have to do it like that. And then we'll cut it off. This. There we go. So now you don't have them cut wires up there. That's that would be bad to have that open. I mean, you would probably get by with it, possibly, but if you can prevent it, why not? Might as well. So we're just gonna cut down the side like that and open it. Then we ain't cutting into our wires. A little smarter that way. Pull that down like that and cut it. Prevent forest fires. Or just burning up your generator or whatever. You don't want any of that. Just from not being careful. All right, so now we'll cut those wires off. Better wires this time, a little more solid. We don't want them cuts in there, we just want these ends bare. I probably don't even have to cut the ends that much. We'll see. If I need to trim them shorter, I will, but for now, that's about how we're going. You're better off using wire strippers, for sure. You're using a real sharp knife like this is like a razor. Like a dang razor right there. When you buy them brand new or when you sharpen them, they get dull pretty easy when you're doing wiring stuff like this. And this is mainly opening packages and just cutting stuff and a lot of electrical stuff. But pull that off. Ah, there we go. Got them 2 wires bare now. Now we gotta do that one. So we gotta do all 6 of these. Oh yeah. There we go. Do that to both ends. Let's take our time machine apart here. Let's pull heaven apart. Alright, so we got our ground hole here. I'm gonna go with black on the ground. So we're sticking that ground in that top hole. Turn that so that it fits in there. Actually, man, I think you might need to go. The way it kind of goes in there, really you want to stick all 3 of them in the holes at the same time. So you really want to know which one goes to which. And let me see. I'm gonna take this cover off. All right, so we gotta take this face off here. Face off. Don't take as much strength as it looks like. Is that the biggest one? That is the biggest one. I know some electricians would argue with me about this, because I'm not saying this is like the best for professional work, but these are the best screwdrivers for like me, just at home doing your thing here and there. I love these. This is a Craftsman. I'm not gonna say any names. You could probably get a better one. They're usually all about the same. But I love it because you got the big Phillips, and then you got the big straight one. And it's good to put a little lubricant in these, like some penetrating oil. It's good to hit them with that every once in a while. It makes it easier to come out and kind of cleans them. And then you pull the whole shaft out. Then you got the small Phillips, and then the small straight. Oh gosh, I love these. These are great. All right, so now that I unscrewed that, this should just pop out. I've done these quite a bit. So, and one thing you don't want to forget to do is you want to run your wire through there first. You want to make sure that's on there first. You can just drop it, whatever, and then wire this, because if you wire this first, you're not going to be able to get that end cap on. So you got to make sure you do that, because like I said, I've done this quite a few times, and I'm pretty sure there's been times I forgot to do that. All right, so the ground, I'm going black. Right there. And then I'm just gonna go, I ain't even trying to commercialize it. I'm just going this gray or green or whatever. And then I'm going to white, and that whole sticking right there. And those are perfect links. Look at that. See, the bare wire is all the way inside of it. No bare wire sticking out. That one's sticking out a little, but I'll press that in there more and as I tighten it. But now you got these that you have to tighten here. So I'll start with the ground here. Ground side, I'm gonna stick that as far in as I can. Then I'm gonna tighten this down on it. And that is tight. That is not coming out now. And it's cool. That, you see how tight it is with this, just that one. Once you tighten up all three of these, then you got a real tight connection. So we're gonna push that one all the way in where there's no bare wire sticking out. Hold that up against me. Tighten that. Dang, somebody's having fun. And now we're gonna do that one too. Stick that in there as far as you can so there's no bare wire sticking out, and just hold it in there. And tighten that one. Ugh. All right, we got a super solid connection there. So now you would pull this back part back up and put it over there and tighten that on. But first we're gonna leave this open. That way we can identify which wires that we put on, matched up on these. Now we're gonna wire this one up exactly the same as we did this one, as if you want the circuit to be the same when you connect them together. Basically want that circuit to match colors. Pretty easy. There we go. See them two right there match. Two whites. Then top one up here. Blacks. Both matching. And then the gray or green, whatever color that is, matching. So you got a matching circuit, no worries. From old to brand new. And these actually light up too. Dang right, but they brand spanking new connections. That's all I was worried about, getting rid of that craziness right there. We were looking at that the other day, messing with the plug, and it looked like there was fire going on in there. So I'm glad we got rid of that. Brand spanking new. Look at that. We got light. So that's where we plug into the camper right here. Try to keep it up under there like on the rain. Maybe just keep it up off the ground like that. And it's lit up. And this 100-foot cord is going all the way down there to the generator. And that end's got a light on it too. You could also, there's a thing on the generator that's lit up also. You can see the two two different lights there. One amazing thing about cords and the ends like that light up is, you know, like if the one on the generator is plugged up and it's lit up, you know the generator is putting out power. So say if you have your cord run to something that's not working, but it's lit up, then you know at least the generator's putting out power because it's lit up. So that's pretty cool. That way, like if something ain't running like it's supposed to be, a switch, you know, one of the switches could be switched off, or a fuse could have broken, cut off, or whatever. So the lights on the cord let you know that you have power. So that's pretty cool. I like it. Anyway, we got the saw cleaned up. We got the generator cord replaced. I don't know. It's just been one of them days, and I ain't really been in a whole lot of a hurry to do anything. So I just been hanging out, man. I don't know. Not much to this day, but just relaxing. Got a couple little things done. Hopefully we'll be cutting some trees or doing something tomorrow. I don't even know. I ain't even planning for tomorrow. I'm just living today, and I'll wake up and see how the weather is and how the motivation is, and I don't know. Maybe we'll do a little more bird watching in the morning.